Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone, in both the analog and digital world. Welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. This is Let's Play Vampire's Melody. Damn, Norlians, start. Stop, Norlian. Behind me at least 5 Yarlians are yelling those words at the top of their voices. They are referring to me as the damn Norlian, and my nerves are on edge from the way they roar like hunters chasing a prey. Stop. I don't dare look back, and can only flee like a hunted animal running for its life, only with the cold raindrops hitting me relentlessly. Crack. Thunder booms in the distance. The flash of lightning splits the gray sky into 2 halves, and the raindrops gradually resemble glass walls. Although the Arleans' muskets are ineffective under heavy rain, their crossbows are still deadly. Crossbow bolts whiz past me under the heavy rain, along with their cries. Stop, or else you're dead. In fact, they don't need to threaten me. I can't run much further. Every joint and tendon in my body hurts so much, and my wet clothes are sticking to me like a form of binding, making it difficult to move. Suddenly I realize my foot slipped and I fall down hard on the muddy ground. Let it end this way. I give up. I'm too tired. I just want to close my eyes and wake up after a good sleep. As the rain pitter-patters around me and the footsteps come closer behind, those sounds probably signaling the end of my life. Suddenly a few streaks of lightning flash across the night sky. Although my eyes are closed, I can still see the flashes of light through my thin eyelids. Closely followed by thunder screaming up from above. Unusual cries of anguish reach my ears amid the lightning and thunder. Monster! Monster! What is going on? Don't tell me it's a wild beast. Upon realizing this must be a wave of fear sweeps across, and I can't help shivering. Is a wild beast or a Yarling more frightening? At least the Yarling speaks the same language and shares the same religious beliefs as me. We may be at odds over a gold mine now, but at least I'll still die with dignity if I fall into their hands. However, it is not up to me to decide whether I will live or die at this point. The only thing I can do is lie on the mud and wait for my death. But I wonder what happened to Mr. Cook. Did he escape? At first we thought that everything would go well when we opened our own restaurant after arriving in the new continent. Sigh, this blasted war. The lightning persists and the rainwater keeps flowing across the ground. In addition, what happened to the Arlians? The Arlians who were not pursued earlier sound as if they got devoured within a short time and stopped utterly at anything. No matter how I restrain my ears, I can only detect the sound of the rain and lightning around me. Oh no. I quickly open my eyes and struggle to get up from the mud. I don't want to be ripped apart by a wild beast. I have to hurry up and run while it is making a meal out of those Yarlians. I decide to run away from the direction those Yarlians' cries came from, but a sharp pain ensues across my left leg. After barely taking a few steps, maybe I injured myself when I fell down just now. I have no choice but to hobble along slowly. Swishing sounds occasionally come from the surrounding area, and I can't tell if they are the sound of raindrops hitting leaves, or a wild beast's fur brushing against the foliage. Crack. Another lightning flashes across the night sky. Rainy night sky, closely followed by a loud thunderclap, and the ground feels as if it's shaking. Everything suddenly turns white, and my ears are ringing. I can't hear anything for a while. Gradually, my vision recovers, and I can see light and fire nearby. It probably started from the lightning just now. Under such terrible conditions at night, light from a fire signifies hope. But this could also mean danger. It might attract any fortunate Yarlian survivors, then I would fall into their hands, wouldn't I? I stumble in the dark under heavy rain, relying on the occasional lightning to find my way back to the northerly territory. Wonder how far I have traveled. My injured leg hurts so much it's getting stiff, and I fall and land on my buttocks, with my body entirely covered in mud. The heavy rain continues to drain any warmth left in my body. It seems I will not live to see beyond this night. End. We died. That's convenient. Go to the fire. My instincts urged me to approach the fire. It is a small patch of foliage that got ignited by the lightning. Despite the heavy rain, the small fire is burning steadily and can stay alight for at least half an hour. As long as I stay near the fire, any frightening beast hiding in the darkness won't come over. I comfort myself in my heart. At least I can recover some of my stamina now that my body feels stiff. As I'm about to get close to fire, my leg refuses to obey me. I extend my hand hastily, leaning against the tree for support, but I touch thin air instead. Surprisingly, my goodness. I have lost count of the number of times I fell down, but the ground feels... it is actually dry. This... I get up with eyes wide open. From the illumination provided by the fire outside, I realize I have fallen into a hole on a tree. And I'm not the only one here. A girl is lying quietly inside. Hey, are you alright? Although my unpleasant brush with death tonight should have left me feeling numb towards anything that happened by chance, the scene inside this opening is still quite a surprise for me. Hello? The girl is curled up over her back facing the tree's opening. She has attractive long silvery hair that barely covers her pure white cheeks, and her skin looks so delicate it might crumble if the wind blows across. Hello? I raise my voice again, but the girl still isn't responding. She's wearing a black dress and white frills, and a blood-red sash around the waist. Its style and craftsmanship deserves praise. This girl doesn't come from an ordinary family. Wake up! Hey! I try to shake her, but her eyes remain closed, as if she were a soulless mannequin. Ah, it hurts. Not only did I fail to wake her, but I have aggravated the injury in my left leg. That hurts so much, and I end up sitting on the floor after falling down. Now I notice my leg has an open wound, after I got stabbed by a tree branch earlier, and it is still bleeding. Forget it. I'm fighting for my life. I sigh. I take off my backpack and use a temporary bandage for my wound. Mr. Cook gave me his backpack as a present not too long ago before we came to the mountain. We'd even agreed to fill our backpacks with fresh produce before going back. Looks like this is only a dream. Never mind, as long as one can survive, there is always a way. I shake my head to clear those unhappy thoughts, steel myself I cut the backpack with a billhook and turned the pack into a few strips of cloth. If I can live, I endure the acute pain to fasten the strips of cloth securely across the wound on my left leg. Phew. I breathe a sigh of relief after bandaging the wound and glance at the girl who is still in a deep sleep. She doesn't seem to have any visible wounds or signs of injuries, but how come she's sleeping here and won't wake up? I crawl across carefully and place my fingers across her nose. Yeah, we gotta make sure she's breathing. She might be dead. Oh, my hand is still numb after I got drenched with rain earlier, and the girl's breathing feels quite shallow. I can't tell whether she's still alive. Missy, there are exceptional circumstances. There's no other way. Sorry about that. I decided to press my ear against her chest. Couldn't I feel the pulse on her jugular first? But, yeah, I guess my hand is damaged. But I have two hands. Surely not both hands are numb, right? Oh well. At least this is actually the most effective way we have of making sure that she's alive. To find a heartbeat. I decided to press my ear against her chest. To see if I can hear any heartbeats, even though it is somewhat improper. That being said, if both of our hands are already numb at this point, we're probably going to die soon. But then we already know that given the other ending. You know, hypothermia. Kind of important. Eh? As I lean my head across, a painful, stinging sensation suddenly occurs at my neck, and this feeling quickly spreads to the rest of my body. It's so cold and so tiring. I wonder how much longer I need to run before I can elude them. Where are you, Mr. Cook? Rumble. What's that sound? How come there is such a frightening sound? What kind of monster is after me? Rumble. That sound is getting closer. It is approaching. Rumble. It is getting closer. What sort of frightening monster is that? I have to run, or my legs won't move. Hurry up and move. I don't know what's happening. I wake up while thrashing about. Did I have a nightmare? So I passed out while trying to hear her heartbeat. So it's just a dream. I don't see any monster in front of me, but the girl is still here, sound asleep. Right, it's her. I rubbed my head against Remember, and I eluded the Yarlanes that are being pursued after my last night. Then I came here, lightning started fire. Good thing we bandaged her wound, otherwise we'd bled out while asleep. I fell into an opening tree by accident. But I seem to have no recollection of what happened after that, as if any memories of that part got erased. Why did I sleep overnight here? Ah yes, I got injured. Maybe I passed out from loss of blood. Instinctively, I feel around my leg and the bandages are gone, but my leg doesn't have any signs of injury at all. Strangely, I remember it's my left leg. I feel around my right leg at the same time, and the leg has no signs of injury either. Rumble. The frightening noise of my dream suddenly reaches my ears again while I'm racking my brains over it. Oh no, don't know the monsters from my dreams. Wake up, quick! The terrifying noise sounds really close. I might not have enough time to escape if I don't run at once. Hurriedly shake the girl while she's still fast asleep. What? The girl is responding this time. Surprisingly, she seems to be growling in annoyance after being woke up. Her voice is sweet and clear, yet she looks irritated, and she pushes my hands away. You finally woke up. Get up quickly. There's a monster. We need to run.
Huh?
Yay, voice acting. The girl rubs her eyes, and I'm stunned by her purple, demonic eyes for an instant. I don't know, I think purple eyes would be nice. It's so pretty. No, I said there's a monster. Monster? Are you an idiot? Who are you? Why are you here? The girl's voice is getting shriller. I can also detect anger and hostility in her questioning. I'm Rylan. It wasn't intentional. I'm from Normer. I ran here to escape some trouble. We have no time to talk about this, so listen up. I only told her I am Norlian, yet I'm also worried that she may be a Yarlian and give me trouble. Escape from trouble? And what do you want me to hear? I should let the voice acting do the thing. Monster, what's going on? I'm quite certain I heard a rumbling noise a short minutes ago. Humph. Where's the monster, coward? No, it's true. It was nearby just now, I swear. I've never heard such frightening sounds before in my entire life. I didn't lie to you. It might even be lurking somewhere in one corner while looking at us for its next meal. Last night, it had several Yarlings for supper. I'm tired. Be quiet if you really want to escape from whatever trouble. Otherwise, you can get out. The girl closed her eyes again. Looks like she doesn't care about the Arlians. I went to open my mouth, yet I can't find anything to say. Don't tell me I was too much on edge and started to hallucinate. Maybe I should follow her advice and resting quietly before making any plans to leave the mountain and look for Mr. Cook. Yeah, too bad we don't have anything to eat here while we recover, or like a water bottle. Oh well, nap time. So I found a spot in one corner, shut my eyes to recuperate likewise. Rumble. Listen, it's here. I jump on my feet, sliding against the floor. Good grief, I can't even sleep at all. Come on, it's been at least hours. Also, are you wearing heels? We are in the forest. How do you walk like that? Like I'm breaking an ankle or something. The girl opens her eyes and furrows her brows. What's the point in sleeping? We should run, quickly. Run from what? Enough of this tomfoolery. Bring me along. I will settle it for you. Do you need like a Red Bull or something? Why are you this tired? Settle, are you a fool? Upon hearing her words, I grab her hand and shake it for a while. Feeling unsettled in my heart, don't tell me she's really an idiot. She looks so well dressed, and she can't possibly be an ignoramus living in a tree. Sheesh, is there a need to panic? You really are a coward. The girl takes my hand to pull herself up before striding out. Who dares to disturb this senior's beauty sleep monster? You must be pretty tired of living. I can only hear her voice from inside the tree. Wait. I hurry out of the tree after the cocky girl. I can only see her standing while looking ahead, dumbfounded. Okay, what are you? Let me guess, it's just like a little bunny rabbit. Oh! We're in modern times. Holy shit. How long have you been asleep in that tree? I followed her gaze and gasped involuntarily as I break out in cold sweat. A terrifying yellow dragon is roaring. How long was I asleep in the tree? The fact that my character is describing it that way means I'm from the past too. The tree must have like magical powers, like it's like stasis stuff at a Stargate Atlantis. You know, the thing with the wormholes and stuff. Sci-fi shows like Star Trek Next Generation. Okay, well, we've just been Rip Van Winkle, I guess. Because of a tree. I guess that's why we were going to heal, I guess. Tree of healing. Long naps. A terrifying yellow dragon is roaring mightily, producing continuous rumbling noises. In addition, black smoke is spewing from its tail, and it can swiftly demolish any tree in its path with its head. Run, hurry! My legs have turned to jelly at the overwhelming sight of the frightening monster. I can barely muster my voice, but my head is telling me to run. I grit my teeth and tense my muscles. In one fell swoop, I grab the girl, who doesn't know any better, turn around, and run away from the scary monster. We need to run away as quickly as possible while it hasn't responded yet. It's our only hope to survive. I mean, we gotta get out of there before the bulldozer smells us. Hoo-hoo. I have no idea how far we ran. Anyway, I stopped to catch my breath only when those rumbling noises from behind are completely out of earshot. Are you alright? I wipe away the sweat covering my entire face and turn around to check on the girl I pulled to run with me. She looks confused, while staring in the direction we came from. She's probably wondering whether that monster will pursue us. What was that? That was the monster I've been talking about. I have no idea what it is either. It isn't something humans like you have created? A human creation? Are you joking? Humans can't create such a massive thing.
うん。
Is that so? How far in the past were we? She lowers her head to think about something. Then I realize I'm still holding her hand. Oh, sorry, your stamina is really amazing. I hurriedly release her hand, but I notice she didn't sweat at all, and her breathing is unbelievably steady. She should be panting heavily after running like this.
でも人が乗っていたような気が。
But I thought there was a person riding it. She just ignores me and begins to mutter to herself as if she's trying to recall something. Guess not every aristocratic girl is weak and prone to illness. My worries are unfounded. Well, I'm going back. What about you? I point in the direction that I can remember as my way back.
うん。
She glances in my direction, then looks behind her as if she can't make up her mind. Although we have escaped from that monster, it may come here, and we don't know if there's any others in the mountain forest, so it's best for you if we return to town with me for now, alright? I'm not certain if this girl is from our small town, but I still bring it up after a moment's hesitation. After all, it's probably too dangerous to leave her alone in this mountain.
町
Town? Hurry up and go, Missy. I pat her on the shoulders and encourage her to pick up the pace.
気安く触らないでよ。
Don't touch me anytime you like. She angrily brushes away my hand and walks off on her own. It should be along this direction. I hurriedly point to the direction behind me. She frowns and returns to me grudgingly. Sorry, it's a habit of mine. I would usually talk like this at a kitchen where I work.
黙って。ちゃんと案内しなさい。
Shut up and lead the way properly. Yes, yes. She is urging me to hurry up and go after dismissing mine. Actually, I only have a rough idea of the direction because this expansive forest is far larger than I thought. At nighttime, a thunderstorm could change so many things. Well, I mean, it's been like 1,000 years. I mean, we're just lucky that there's still forest here at all. I'm relying on my memory to find my way back. And the girl is following me quietly from behind. However, the surroundings are getting more unfamiliar. Do you remember what happened last night? I slow down a little bit to allow her to catch up. You have my scent on you. She intently casts her deep purple eyes straight at me, as if she's checking on something. Scent? I'm a bit confused. What did I do last night? No, but this scent is certainly. She just looks away and bites her lip while muttering to herself without answering my question. I'll be honest, I still remember the earlier part clearly. A few Yarlings were after me, and I ran for my life. Those Yarlings suddenly stopped shouting for some strange reason. At that point, it was pitch black, and I didn't dare look back. Afterwards, I stumbled across an opening in a tree. When the blaze of lightning, I fell inside by accident. I wonder if the lightning actually knocked a hole in the tree, and you were inside the tree, and there was no actual hole to leave. Maybe the tree was like a magical spell. Maybe the tree was designed as a prison / stasis. Like maybe she is born to like a family or something that's like, granted there's a bat, brooch, so not brooch, hair clip. I don't know. So I mean, obviously it's already assumed that. But main point being is this. Maybe people like sealed her either out of fear of her or out of wanting to like protect her from, becoming a vampire. I'm just saying maybe the tree was meant to seal her away and there was meant to be no hole at all for anyone to get in. So the lightning hitting the tree and opening a hole was a complete fluke. And there should have never been a hole to the tree to begin with. And me just being there was also a complete fluke as well. Heck, who knows, maybe one of the arrows shot at me had some metal in it, hit the tree, and that added a conductor for the lightning. I knocked back my head, trying to best remember the earlier events. I saw you were inside that opening, and then... this?
これは
What, is there another bulldozer? The girl suddenly stops in her tracks and calls an alarm. Snapped me out of my thoughts. She looks completely surprised. Much more than the time she saw the huge yellow dragon. I also quickly turned to look in that direction. Holy shit, that would be surprising if you wind up actually going to sleep in like the 1200s and wake up seeing this. That would probably be very startling. This? We've walked to the edge of the forest without realizing it, but the sight in front of us looks alien to me. Where are we? I look at her from serious expression. I can tell she's equally puzzled. If my memory didn't fail me, this should be a small rundown town. A small town where one could see the edge in one glance. I can feel my breath getting more rapid. Everything is so confusing. But in front of me, how did this large city, which resembles a labyrinth, appear in one night? What should we do?
戦争終結のため私に投票
What war? What is happening? We're not having the same conversation. Vote for me, end the war. The girl looks away from me, stares at the distance, and begins to say something strange. What?
1972年11月には兵たちを家に返します
Are you telepathically reading a news broadcast? Are you like telepathically reading the mind of a PA system, like of radio waves? You're using telepathy. Oh. Okay, so we were from like the pre-medieval times, and now we're in 1972. The year is 1972. What are you saying?
あれを見て
Look there. She points to a tall building opposite. It resembles a tower, stretching to the heavens that I can never imagine. A large poster hanging on the middle of the tall building. The poster has a picture of a man with a pipe and a burning flag behind him. That is the flag of Yarley? No? First glance, it looks like Yarley's flag, but in fact, it appears to be closer to the flag of Yarley and Norley combined together. Nevertheless, I'm more interested in the words on top. 1972 general elections. The year 1972? Rubbish, stuff, and nonsense. I can't help but slap my face, hoping to wake up from this ludicrous dream. Wake up quick. Wake up, Raylan. Wake up quick. My cheeks feel as if they're burning after being slapped repeatedly. The palm of my hands are even starting to feel numb, but everything remains the same. How did it become like this? What is going on? I lower my hands limply, unable to stop myself from trembling all over.
確か
Okay, so it's not
1672年6月
as far back, but still 300 years. Kind of a jump. I'm sure it was June 1672 that day. June 1672. Why is that surprising? I'm filled with new hope as you mentioned the year which I know well. Okay. By the way, you also remembered it was June 16th yesterday.
でも
But how did it turn out this way?
どういうこと
I thought 10 years would pass at
立っ
most.
ていても
Why?
せいぜい10年ぐらいだと思ったのに
Oh, so you actually did that stuff on purpose, but you were only planning to be asleep for 10 years. To 10 years? What do you mean 10 years? I'm quickly rather pressed for questions at the line lifeline. What do you know? Quickly, tell me what's going on.
そうね
She lowers her head. I understand now.
あんたよ
It's you. The girl suddenly glares at me after some time. Me? I point at myself to confirm I didn't hear her wrongly.
そうよ
Right.
私
You're
の
the
計
only
画
thing
に
that
おける
changed
唯
my
一の変
plans.
数はあんた
So
の
you're saying the
存在
tree made us stay asleep longer so it could heal me? Plans changed. What are you talking about? Forget it. There's point on an hour. We need to
忘れ
return
て
to my abode first. She shakes me off and turns around to leave. Wait! I quickly grab her. I don't know your plans, nor do I want to. I don't care if you want to go anywhere either. I just want to go back, so help me return first.
私に何の関係があるって
What does this have to do with me? It's obvious. I'm sure I ended up here because of you. You definitely don't know how to return to, right?
バカねそ
You're
もそも
stupid.
あんたが
First
こ
of
こ
all,
に
you
来た
ended
のは
up here
希望
because it's your own
で
doing.
しょ
Secondly, nobody is stopping you if you
誰
want
も
to
あ
return
ん
to
た
whichever
が帰るの
place.
を止めない
Just
わ
find your way back, that's all.
自分
When I said return, I meant I want to go back to year 1672.
あんた
Are you
バ
an idiot?
カ
How do you think we
どう
arrived
や
in
って
1972? A magic trick or
1972
something?
年に来たと思ってるの
I don't want to argue with you. Let me go back. I'll pretend I never saw you.
鈍い
Stupid
男
fellow, I've already
ね
explained myself clearly
も
enough.
う十
I
分
didn't
説
foresee
明
it
した
either.
でしょ
I'd also like to go back if possible. What do you mean?
でも仕
But
方
I
ない
can't do it. You can't do it. What do you mean? I mean, you should stop
1672
having
年に
ideas about
戻れないって意
1672
味よ
and think hard on how to spend the rest of your life in
1972
1972.
年で
I can't return? I freeze as if a bucket of ice has been poured onto me. Then what about Mr. Cook and Miss Aaron? They're all... Actually, their skeletons are dust at this point. Hup. She cackles as if she's gloating at me. I bow my head. If this is the year 1972, they should be long gone by now.
自分で考えなさい
Figure it out yourself. Her voice gradually becomes more distant and eventually fades in the wind. She's gone. What should I do? Should I go after her? But I have no idea where she went. Where should I go? Where can I go if Mr. Cook is gone? I wander aimlessly through the streets in the foreign city. The roads in this place are painted black in the color and have wide pavements. Vehicles with metallic bodies and four wheels zip past me, one after another, and they can move so quickly without harnessing the power from a horse or ox. In addition, there are skyscrapers that stretch taller than massive trees. Reaching up to the sky, these buildings have a variety of attractive posters and signboards to display their entrances, and the pictures are so beautiful it is hard to tell them apart from the real thing. I began to develop strong hallucinations by looking at the various things around me. I seem to be a non-existential spirit drifting about in the spirit. However, every passerby is looking at me strangely. Their bewilderment proves I'm not a ghost. I even thought of searching for a place I could remember first, but I couldn't find any familiar building or signboard. From morning till night, I passed countless streets and many unfamiliar faces, yet I didn't get anything. Mr. Cook, where are you if you're still alive? Where are your traces if you aren't around anymore? Eventually I reach an entrance with open metallic doors. The passageway beyond the entrance has soothing music and bright lights that feels like a place of joy and laughter. But something other than the side catches my attention, and I stride there. Mr. Cook! I realize at the moment this is the place. A large statue of a person holding a shotgun is standing in front of me, and that person is Mr. Cook. The statue has a plaque at the base with the words written on it, Menlo Cook, 1631 to 1675. So he died 3 years after I left. Cook's restaurant used to be sited this very place, the statue. Although this locale looks entirely different now, my gut instinct tells me that I used to live here. Menlo Cook, Norley's servant hero, he was first person to spot a Yarlian scouting party and raise the alarm, enabling the Norlians to organize the defenses in time. I read each word on the plaque verbatim, although very few words are written on it. Each word feels more somber than anything else. Cook later joined the Norlian militia and died a glorious death in the most heated battle, March 1675. Both colonies merged after this long period of war and bloodshed in history. I open my mouth when I finish reading everything on the plaque, yet I can't breathe. As I take a step back, the heel of my foot trips against a loose tile sticking out and I fall on my buttocks. Then a few people outlandish clothing of various colors laughing boisterously at my wretched state before they promptly disappear amid the bright lights in the distance. I look at the lights and can make out the words amusement park on top. Amusement park. I feel hurt. Mr. Cook, his restaurant, my home, were buried in this amusement park grounds. I stagger to my feet. I have to escape this cemetery and amusement park. I can't breathe. I wander along the streets in bewilderment. Now I really have no idea where to go in this world. Who am I? Toot toot toot! A set of loud noises suddenly ring out from behind. I turn around to see a red-colored metallic vehicle, and the people inside are looking angrily at me from behind the car's windows. Country bumpkin, move aside quickly. Where are you going? Could I hitch a ride? Country bumpkin, are you mad? Now a few men have stepped out of the vehicle while cursing and swearing. So these metallic boxes can contain that many people. Hello there, I have nowhere to go. May I come along with all of you? That group of people surround me after I told them about my predicament, and their anger expressions are replaced by sinister smiles. What are you doing? A man suddenly pins me down from behind, and it seems both my hands are being restrained before I can react. Nothing. We just want to befriend you. Don't get so agitated, lads. Put it on him. A gunny sack, which smells horrible, is placed over my head and my vision turns black. This fellow is out of his mind, and he looks so wretched. Who knows if he might be an escapee from mental hospital. Would those punks at the Tiger Gang want him? We can tear him apart before selling him. They won't be able to tell. What is there to sell? I have nothing valuable on me. It's okay if you have no money. Your entire body is worth a lot. One kidney alone can fetch 100,000. All of you are bastards. Release me. Help. I'm being tied up from head to toe. No matter how hard I struggle, I can't move and can only yell through my mouth. This is why you should have a gun. Damn, you're noisy. Something hard is hitting the back of my head a few times, and I'm getting dizzy. Like I said, guns are important tools, but they're only meant for self-defense. Hey. 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 Someone is kicking my stomach. Who's calling me? I blearily open my eyes and see a silhouette in front. You are. Hey, thanks for saving me. Turns out I suck at fighting. Also, guns don't really properly exist when I was, time traveled. I slowly regained my vision. The music is nice, and also look at that moon. And yeah, that dress is really, really nice. Heck, the long hair looks really cool too. And of course, you guys know me and purple eyes. I think that looks cool. And of course, her hair is more purple than it is white. It's more of a silvery color, but it's got purple to it. There are lots of anime characters that have that hair color. Imagine if there was more variety to normal eye colors when it comes to humans. Then again, the idea is that blue eyes tend to have better ability to see at night, but are more sensitive to daylight. So the question then is this. How would purple eyes respond? Then I realized that the dark figure under the moonlight is none other than the girl inside the tree.
ようやく目が覚めたのは。随分と寝ぼすけね、ジョン。
Ah, you named me John. You're awake. I have been calling you for a long time, John. She's just looking at me from above and appears somewhat annoyed. John? What happened? Where am I? Have I returned? I can only see a forest around me. All those roads and tall buildings are gone, as if I had returned to the world I belong to.
まだ帰りたいなんてバカなこと考えてるの？
Fool.
目を覚
You're
まし
still
なさい。
thinking of going back? Wake up. I didn't go back?
そうよ。ここは1972年。金輪際帰りたいなんて考えないことね。そんなこと誰にもできないんだから。
No, we're still in 1972. Stop thinking about going back. Nobody can do it. So, I haven't returned. I can feel a slight ache on the back of my head as I regain consciousness. Then I suddenly remember that I got bound by several men before passing out, and that my head took quite a beating. No, what happened to that group of people? I scrambled to a sitting position and look around, recalling this part.
落ち着きなさい。もう片付けたわ。
Don't panic. They've been dealt with. Dealt with?
ずいぶんと消耗しちゃったけどね。でも、まだあんな奴らのことを気にしてるなんて。あんた頭おかしいんじゃない？
It took me quite a bit of effort, but I'm surprised you still care about them. Were you mad just now? Mad?
あんな奴らを挑発して死にたいの？死んだら300年前に戻れるとでも？
Oh, were you watching me? Thank you. And here I thought you didn't give a shit. You wanted to die so much by provoking that bunch of guys? You think you can go back 3 centuries if you die? No, I don't want to ask them for help.
あんた、そのうち無様に死ぬでしょうね。
You're going to die without any dignity if you carry on like this. The girl seems to be laughing for a while, but she sighs afterward.
現実を見なさい。300年前から来たのは、ここではあんたと私だけ。バカみたいに暴れていると、すぐに命を落とすわよ。
Face it, you and I are the only ones here from 300 years ago. Stop stumbling around like a fool, you might lose your life any time. But I had no other choice. My home and my family are
あ
gone.
の夜に何があったかわからないけど、あんたからは確かに私の匂いがするの。
I'm not certain what happened that night, but you do have my scent on you. Your scent?
そう。私の匂いがするということは、契約が成立したということ。その瞬間から、あんたは私のしもべになったのよ。
Right. You have my scent. That means the deal between us has been sealed. You became my thrall from that moment on. What are you saying this time? Deal? Thrall? I don't get what you mean at all. She pauses for a moment before smiling at me.
イエラーレスター。はるか昔からやってきたヴァンパイアよ。
Apparently there's no Japanese word for vampire. Vampire is one of those words that's just vampire in every language. My name is Yella Lester, and I'm a vampire, and I come from a far more distant past. Yella. I slowly recite her name. This is a vampire's name? This girl is actually a vampiress?
何がおかしいのよ。
What are you laughing at? She seems somewhat angry. Maybe she's surprised at my response. I'm laughing at the sheer incredulity of things. Vampires thrall sleeping 300 years? Do you have anything more far-fetched than these?
信じないの？
You don't believe me? At this point, what's the difference whether I believe you or not? It doesn't change anything. What's the difference whether I believe you or not? I have no place I can call my home in this world. Even if I believe her, it won't change anything.
どうやら信じるつもりはないみたいね。
Looks like you choose to disbelieve. What are you going to do? Yella comes closer and taps me with her sharp index finger.
証拠があるわ。首に
I will prove
私
it to
の
you.
印がある。
Your neck has my mark. She stabs my neck lightly with her finger. Ow! Mark.
ここよ。
It's here. She jabs intently. My skin is about to break. Ow! Yeah, it hurts. Please stop. Don't tell me this girl is really a vampiress. Her hand is surprisingly large. It doesn't match her appearance.
300年前、あのうろの中で、私とあんたは契約を交わした。
300 years ago, you
その
sealed a
首
deal
の
with me
印
inside
が
that
契
hole in
約
the
の
tree.
証よ。
The mark on your neck is proof of our agreement. What deal? I didn't agree to it.
考え
Think
てご
about it.
らんなさい。
Would an ordinary human be able to
普通の
live for
人間
3
が
centuries if that
ヴァン
person
パイア
didn't
に
sell his
魂
or
を
whole
売る
soul
ことなく、
to a vampire?
300年も生きられると思う？
Well, shouldn't I have memory of that? Heck, shouldn't you have memory of that? You must have forced me while I passed out inside the tree.
気を失って
You
た
passed
の？
out? You were the
恥ずか
one
し
with
げ
no
も
sense of
私
shame
の
when
そ
you
ば
touched
に
me. God
何
knows what you
を
were planning
企
at
んで
that
たか
time.
知れないわ。
I was making sure you weren't dead. I just entered to take shelter from the rain, and you erased my memories. I couldn't remember anything inside the tree at all, let alone any recollection of my past.
そんなの誰が知って
Whatever,
るって
who
いうの？
knows? That being said, that is a pleasant expression. And it's pleasant body language, of course. And purple is nice. Purple is my favorite color. Not that I use much purple on anything. It's funny, I consider purple my favorite color, but I hardly ever use it for anything ever. I know a lot of people say purple is considered a color of royalty and shit. But more to the point, purple is the color of humanity, of empathy, of compassion, of humanity. And not of the humanity of, like, all the wars and shit we've done. And all the violence in our history. The humanity of just people caring about each other, people having, you know, loving families, close friendships, romantic bonds that are special and important, or the human nature of just wanting to sit and just watch the moon, or watch the trees sway in the wind. Heck, there's sometimes I'll just stand on my front porch and just, I know it's not the greatest view, but I like to just sit and watch just the rain come down. Well, it's nice to listen to the rain too, mind you, but it's nice to just watch clouds go by. But it's nice to just sit out there or stand out there. Sometimes drink some tea or hot cocoa or Pepsi, and just listen to the rain. Also, the air feels really good. Been wanting a really big thunderstorm for a while. The last time it rained, it kind of stormed a tiny bit, but not much. I eventually had the idea to try to record some of it from my front porch. But by the time I did that, it already was just sprinkling. Maybe one day I'll be able to record a full-on thunderstorm. That'd be nice to share with everybody. I don't know. I spent a lot of time camping when I was in Boy Scouts. An Eagle Scout. Not that I remember how to do any survival camping shit. But yeah, I never want to sleep on the fucking ground again. I like my bed. My big comfy bed. Heck, maybe someday I'll make a little recording showing my recording setup. Not that it's anything impressive, it's just I'm sitting in a metal folding chair with another metal folding chair on my bed in front of me with the laptop on the metal folding chair. But yeah, I know it sounds dumb, but it's nice to just stand out there on the front porch and just watch the trees move in the wind. Just feel the way the air feels different. To watch the rain come down. Heck, to watch the thunder and lightning in the distance. Even like I said, by the time I got the camera, it was basically just sprinkling and the wind had pretty much died down to nothing. It's funny, a couple days ago or so, I basically had to spend a day just laying on the bed with the AC turned up and the fan turned up really high on me. I basically spent a day just laying in bed, occasionally popping on YouTube on my phone. Just because, and heck, my ribs were hurting and my chest was hurting a lot. I was trying to avoid turning on my air conditioning, plus I was spending a lot of time walking on the bike trail. And it was really, really hot outside. So I guess I was pushing myself a little too hard. Though it feels pathetic, I feel like a normal person wouldn't be exhausted so easily by stuff like that. God, I feel like I'm kind of a failure of a person that I just get so weak and hurt so easily, it seems. And my every attempt to actually succeed at anything, I just fail at everything. Heck, a few months ago I was making a video about, like, I'm going to try to diet and exercise more, and I'm going to have a six-pack, and I'm still a fucking fat ass. I'm 5'11", 215, but then again, you guys have the live stream so you can see how fucking fat I am. And how yet still fucking skinny my arms are. So, I'm fat and yet not muscular. But I just like watching the rain. I like watching the wind and looking at I still like coming back to, sleep on my fucking bed and having a fan and AC and cold water. Though there are a lot of bridges on that bike trail that go over bodies of water. They're not very high up, but it's nice to just stand there sometimes and just watch the water go by in the stream. I know it's silly of me to think, but sometimes it's nice to think, what if I had somebody just to walk on the bike trail with me? Or who would stand beside me at that bridge and just watch the water with me? Yeah, we could talk about things sometimes, but more so about, even if it's just both of us just standing there quietly. It's not about doing or accomplishing anything, just two people that just enjoy being in each other's company. But that's just a stupid fantasy. Back to the game. Basically, the agreement is in effect. You have been my thrall for 300 years. Yellow withdraws her finger, and that cold feeling promptly leaves my neck. Her outfit does look extremely good. Looks really, really nice on her.
もちろん、私にも主としてあんたを守る義務があるわ。少なくとも、あんな不良どもにおもちゃにさせたりはしない。
Thank you, I appreciate it. They were apparently going to harvest my kidneys. So, I need those. Of course, I also feel my... Yeah, fuck, I can't talk. Of course, I will also fulfill my duties as your master by protecting you. At least those lowlifes won't be able to take advantage of you. She's saying it while licking her own fingertips. Protect? But you're a vampire. Don't tell me you won't suck my blood. I wonder if I'm imagining things. It feels as if she's trying to overcome something.
安心して。あんたは私のしもべよ。
Don't worry, I won't hurt you since you're my minion.
それに、あんたの血にも興味はないわ。
And I'm not interested in your blood either. I have no knowledge of this world after 300 years and basically can't help you with anything. You aren't interested in my blood either. In that case, you have absolutely nothing to lose if you annul this pact and allow me to leave, right?
行きたいならご自由にどうぞ。
You want to leave? Be my guest. She's releasing me that easily? It seems a vampire's attitude to his or her servants is much more liberal than a landowner's.
一定以上私から
However,
離れ
once
た
you
ら
move away from me,
あんたはたちまち骨の山。さまよう魂になるだけだもの。300年前に死んだことになってね。
however, once you move away from me, by a certain distance, you will shrivel up into a pile of dry bones and turn into a wandering spirit instantly. You were supposed to die 3 centuries ago. She closes her eyes and her lips curve upwards as if she's deriving pleasure from toying with a pet. A vampire isn't up to anything good after all.
この300年間、ずっと私があんたを守ってきた。どうやって逃げるかよりも、どうやって私に報いるかをまずは考えなさい。
I've been protecting you in all these 300 years. You should think of a way to repay me before you leave. Fine, fine. How should I repay you then?
急がないわ。
No hurry.
時間はある。
We have plenty of time.
目覚めるのが予定
I
よ
might
り
have
も
woken up
遅くなる
later
の
than
遅くなっ
expected
ちゃった
by
け
more
ど
than 2 centuries.
準備は万全に整えていたもの。
But I'm well prepared for all
今は
eventualities.
あんたというしもべもいるし、大した問題じゃないわ。
Now that I have a thrall like you, we shouldn't have any major problems. Perhaps you already took me into account a long time ago?
なぜ？あんたのことは全くの想定外よ。でも、悪いことばかりでもないみたい。
How so? I didn't expect you at all. But it isn't always a bad thing. How do I save the game, by the way? I resized the screen a little bit. I couldn't see the menu down here. Well, that's nice. That's a good menu.